If you live in Spring Valley and have a dog, you know how great it can be. But to really enjoy everything here, having a well-trained dog makes all the difference. So let's talk about how you can find the perfect trainer to help you and your dog get the most out of life in our town. Just picture it for a second. You're taking a nice, easy walk right through the village. Your dog is right there with you, no pulling on the leash, no stress at all. Maybe you're on your way to the park and you just feel relaxed. That's the dream, right? And good training is exactly how you get there. Okay, so what does training actually mean when we're talking about living here in Spring Valley? It's really more than just sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready for the real-life stuff we run into every single day. Yeah, we're talking about practical things, like can your dog walk calmly down the sidewalk? Or say hi nicely to people you meet at the post office? What about coming back when you call them near the trails at the Owl Galley recreation area? These are the skills that really let you include your dog in your life here. All right, so how do you get those results? Let's talk about the training philosophy you should be looking for. It's a big deal. The method that all modern, effective trainers use is called positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, actually. Instead of punishing your dog for doing something wrong, you reward them for doing something right, with treats, praise, whatever they love. It's not just about teaching them commands, it's about building their confidence and making your relationship even stronger. And you can really see the difference here. Positive reinforcement is all about building trust and teaching your dog how to handle real life. The other side, that's the old school aversive stuff. We're talking about methods that rely on fear, using tools like prong or shock collars. Not only can that create new issues like fear and anxiety, but it's just not the kind of thing we want to see in our parks and public spaces. Okay, that makes sense. But how do you actually find a trainer who does all this? Someone who's qualified and modern? Well, a great place to start is by looking at their professional certifications. Now, all these letters can look a little intimidating, but think of them like a diploma for dog trainers. Something like a CPDTKA or KPA-CTP tells you that this person has actually passed tests and proven they know their stuff when it comes to effective, humane training. And if you're dealing with something more serious, like deep-seated fear or aggression, then you'd look for those more advanced certifications. So, you know the philosophy and you know what credentials to look for. Now, let's figure out what kind of training is the best fit for you and your dog. There are a few different ways to go, and each one is good for different things. For instance, does your dog go nuts barking at the door? In-home training is probably your best bet because the trainer can see the problem right where it happens. Need your dog to get better around other dogs? Group classes are fantastic for that. It really is all about picking the format that matches what you're trying to achieve. And of course, there's the question of cost. Good training is an investment for sure. So let's get a realistic idea of what that looks like around here in Spring Valley. Just as a starting point, a single private lesson where the trainer comes to your house usually falls somewhere in this range. It's a good number to have in your head for that one-on-one, personalized help. And when you look at packages, you can see how the prices vary. A group class that runs for a few weeks might cost a couple $100. On the other end, something like a board and train where your dog stays with the trainer is a much bigger investment. It all comes down to the format, the trainer's level of experience, and exactly what kind of help you're looking for. Okay, so you've done your research, you've got a short list of trainers, now what? Well, before you sign up, you should have a chat with them. Think of it like a little interview. And here are the most important things you're going to want to ask. These 5 questions are your checklist. You definitely want to ask about their methods and equipment. Make sure you hear positive reinforcement. Ask about their certifications and what they do to stay up to date. A really good question is how they'll make the training specific to your life here in Spring Valley. And finally, you need to know how you'll track progress and what your homework will be between sessions. That last one is huge. All right, once you've picked your trainer and you start learning, that's when the fun really starts. Now it's time to take those new skills out into the real world. And lucky for us, we've got some great spots to do exactly that. The quiet streets in the village are perfect for practicing polite leash walking. The trails over at the Owl Galley recreation area? Awesome for working on focus. And if you want to practice recall around other dogs, the dog parks in River Falls or Menominee are just a short drive away. When it comes down to it, this whole process isn't just about getting your dog to obey. It's about building an incredible bond with a happy, confident dog who can be right there with you, enjoying everything Spring Valley has to offer. I hope you find the perfect trainer and have a wonderful time exploring our community together.